And we start it off with this. Should I explore other birth control methods or leave my fiance? Dear
Interesting.
AJ, this is the man I've loved more than any other person I've ever dated. I call him my world simply because I exist in him. Hey, we met 2 years ago and everything has been perfect. Sisters, we communicate a lot in our relationship and always try to read our consensus on every subject. 6 months into our relationship, he proposed and asked for my hand in marriage. It was a beautiful night, one I will never forget. While in bed, Kwame said softly to me, and I quote, "Baby, I don't want you to get pregnant before our marriage, so we have to be careful." I agreed to this. After this agreement, please note Kwame never wore a condom anytime we had sex. But I had to take an emergency contraceptive pill every time we got intimate. I felt it was normal, so I never really complained until 3 months ago when I noticed some changes in my menstrual cycle and mood swings. I tried changing to a more sustainable contraceptive, but they all seem to give me adverse side effects. I've spoken to Kwame about these changes, but anytime I do, he brushes me off. My mood swings have been so bad it's starting to affect my work. I'm now not as productive as I used to be at work, and my boss queried me about it. Being a woman and a mother, my boss met with me in her office and pointed out my recent changes in my attitude towards work and asked what was wrong. I couldn't lie to her and so narrated my issue to her. I told her how scared and worried I am for my health and how my fiancé seems to see nothing wrong with it. Sisters, I will not want to continue dealing when these things can even give me side effects or develop into a chronic disease because of the misuse of contraceptive pills, nor do I want to lose my fiancé to another woman. Is he being selfish, leaving me with a burden of assuring I don't get pregnant when it takes two to tango? Ladies, sisters, my sisters, let's get into this one. Usually, we see quite a bit of men leaving the responsibility of getting pregnant to the woman. They don't want to use condoms. They don't want to try any other means of or snip or anything of that sort. But they expect that the woman will magically keep herself from getting pregnant. And it's something that we see quite often. We hear stories of women constantly abusing emergency contraceptives or not even looking for appropriate means of contraceptives or having side effects with such contraceptives. Now, is he being selfish in any way, shape, or form? I will start with you, Marie Rose.
Well, I've been smiling all through. In one breath, I would say that he is not being selfish because he's a male. He doesn't know, even as a woman, sometimes it's difficult to understand your own body. So you would have to take responsibility of your body, something that that's important to you, that you want to be in charge of. I think that it's just right for you to go ahead and find out what is good for you. It's not all people or it's not all contraceptives that work well with people. So I think the best way is to go to the family planning clinic where there are expertise or there are people who have specialized in that area who can help you navigate that. You can do that all by yourself or you can do that with your partner. You can go with him so that at least he has an idea and the burden will not only be on you. So if you want to, like you're talking about the emergency contraception, that is what it is, morning after. It is emergency. It is not for everyday use. People are really abusing it and it's very, very bad and it's killing people, literally, So I wouldn't say that she should go in for that. If both of you, they have to be on the same page. Both of them don't want pregnancy. If you don't want pregnancy, you go to the family planning clinic or go and see your doctor. Talk to him about it so that you work it out. If you are using something that is not good for you, there are so many other options that they can switch or swap for you to be able to get the right one that is good for you. If none of them works, there are other ways that they can help you. It's all medical. They can help you, stay away from pregnancy. Otherwise, abstain. Otherwise, abstain. Yes.
Simple and easy.
And abstaining doesn't mean that you're abstaining all throughout, because if you learn the cycle of a woman, you will know that we have a fertile period and we have a period where we are not fertile. So you abstain when you are fertile. So you have to sit your man down for him to understand all these things so that he knows that in this period I have to stay away.
Yeah.
And then when you are not fertile, then you can go ahead. So you should understand how your body works. You should understand your system and all that. So he's not being selfish. Unless he is just throwing everything at you and he's not interested, he doesn't care, then he's being selfish.
Yeah.
When you tell him, oh, let's go and do this, or you're trying to explain to him how your body is reacting. I remember many years ago, I met a friend and she had taken some kind of contraception and she had all these bumps on her.
Wow.
She was reacting so badly. Some people put on weight. Some people
Yes.
end up bleeding.
Yes.
There are all sorts of things. So if he shows interest or he's not showing interest, then I would say he's selfish because the thing is having adverse effect on your body
But she,
and on
she
your health.
expressed that she's told him that I have mood swings and this thing is affecting even my work. But he's literally like, yeah, it's okay, figure it out.
Does he really understand what mood swings are? We say it, but
Yeah.
as to for a man, to understand what mood swings are, maybe you can just throw it over there. Oh, I'm having mood swings. What is mood swings? What is mood swings? Have you explained it to him for him to understand? Sit him down, educate him. Our men need education in these areas. Many times we think that we've all gone to school, but you'll be surprised when we're in school and we're being taught some of these things. The guys, they switch off because it's like it's a girl thing.
Yeah.
For them, it's a girl thing. Oh, is it a girl thing? They shut their minds.
Yeah.
So they don't learn it. But once they get into marriage, you have to educate them about your body, about who you are. I think that's how it has to go. If you don't educate them because we are unique, if you don't educate them about how your body functions, for him to align with it when it comes to marriage and children and all that, he has to appreciate it. If he doesn't appreciate it, he would not, you say that, yeah, but he doesn't understand it. Take time and educate him for him to understand. Then he knows that, oh, that's how bad it is. Oh, this is what happens to my wife. So he would even turn out to become protective of you because he understands. He knows what it is when you take this pill and your mood is switching from one to the other, or you're having all these sweat, or you are putting on so much weight and he doesn't like you to put on weight. Okay. When he understands, definitely he will put in effort to make sure that both of you are on the same page, because if you're unhealthy, it affects him.
Now let me come to you, Olivia. Does the onus fall on the woman to prevent herself from getting pregnant?
No.
Even though it takes two to tango?
I beg to differ.
Okay.
I really beg to differ. If you're going to be having sex with me, why should it be my responsibility alone? It takes two to tango. We're both going to enjoy it, aren't we?
Yes.
So we might as well be responsible for each other. At the end of the intercourse, we don't produce television sets. We produce human beings. So why should it be my wahala? Like, really? And I'm very passionate about this because this is why we have beautiful children into this world who are just not ready to be here. They are sitting there somewhere chilling in heaven, and because of one thing or the other, we bring children into this world that we are not ready for. Meanwhile, there are people out there who are looking for children who don't have children. So I think that the least that one can do is to be responsible for whatever acts they intend getting themselves into. And I think that it lies on us as women and as mothers, during the whole sex talk with our sons and relationships with our partners. I would tell you point blank, abstain. And to be honest, premarital sex does not guarantee marriage. It doesn't guarantee you anything. You'll be putting all these pills into yourself, causing all these side effects. At the end of the day, who is going through the trouble?
Yeah, it's true.
You try telling him about mood swings. I can understand what Mary Rose said about trying to explain things to him and stuff. But that very night, right, after your act, and he told you that, hey, sweetheart, you know what, I don't think we should try and get pregnant before we get married. Every time he comes to have sex with you, right, he's not doing coitus interruptus. He's just letting go.
Yeah.
And it has come to your attention that, this guy is not holding back. He's not like, hey, Charlie, Are you even using a pill? Yen train. What's happening? He's just having a field day, expecting that deal with yourself. And then you know those, when I was growing up, I used to ask myself, those Ghanaian movies you used to watch, and you got yourself pregnant. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking,
how do I get myself pregnant?
I didn't get myself pregnant. You got me pregnant. I'm just an incubator. You see what I mean? So I'm very passionate about all of these things. And moving on, right? This doesn't guarantee you marrying him. If he loves you enough, he would have been cautious. That conversation needs to happen. I don't think really, if he loves and cares about you, he will treat you the way he's treating you. Take your destiny into your own hands. Definitely abstain from sex. You shouldn't be having sex. Do the right thing the right way, and you will be blessed. Get married and then have sex. These side effects, it takes a while for some women to actually have children because they've overused this drug and it's not supposed to be. So, sweethearts, I really think that you should be selfish about your happiness and about your health. If he doesn't understand, he needs to do things the right way. Marry you, and then he can have sex day, noon, night, wherever he wants to, and then you can have a life until then. And then after you even get married and you decide, oh, you want to have some kind of birth control, somebody like me, I want to quickly go through. Somebody like me, I don't like to introduce any kind of chemical into my system. My husband, like I always say, my husband has my app on his phone. When I'm not safe, he'll abstain. If it hadn't been for my husband, like that, by now I have like 10 children because he's always on my app. And then he was like, are you sure you're ready to have children? If push comes to shove and I'm desperate and we need to have sex, and emphasis on I am desperate and we need to have sex, he'll grab a condom. Do you see what I mean? Because we are open and we're talking about it because we're not ready for a child, and that's what responsible people do. So sweetheart, look up and take your destiny in your own hands.
I like. Now, my dear Felicia, do you think that she should be a bit more considerate with the gentleman? He stated that he doesn't want to have a child before they get married. He expects her to do the right thing, quote unquote, the right thing, but she's having side effects. Your thoughts?
As my sisters were speaking, the only thing I was thinking about is how irresponsible this guy is.
Okay.
First of all, I'll start from the top of the story. They've been dating for 6 months, so I'm assuming that the girl doesn't know the guy that much. And he started showing these signs as you are getting ready to marry. My sister, that is a red flag. Yes, that is a red flag. This guy doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about how you feel. On a regular, as Olivia was saying, after sex, he should be asking, are you taking contraceptive? We've been having sex for 3 months. You are not pregnant. What is happening? Now, even the guys are more about pregnancy than the women. Because I know some guys that are waiting for the girl to be pregnant to even confirm if they are fertile, which is crazy. But at least there should be that conversation. So if he's not worried, if he's not asking those questions, I think this guy is taking you for a ride. And about we not getting pregnant, who made that decision? So he brought it up. And you agreed, I'm guessing, because you feel he's your fiancé, we are preparing to... You might be on the same page with him. I don't know. The story didn't really tell. But obviously, this guy wants to control the whole situation, not caring about how the girl feels, the effect it has on the girl or whatsoever. And his actions is proving me right here. He's just being so irresponsible. If I was to be this girl, I'll set up a trap for this guy.
Wow.
Yes. I'll pretend I'm pregnant one day and see how he reacts. Then I'll tell him that, my brother, now you see how you are feeling right now. Imagine this was true pregnancy. If he leaves me, that is it. Then he's not my guy. I will gladly leave this relation. I'm happy it's not a marriage, or there's no marriage. It's a relationship, boyfriend, fiancé, whatever. It's still boyfriend, girlfriend. I feel the guy is just irresponsible. But not to say because he is, it's time to let go of him, or to say, he's a terrible person. Some people, I believe, needs to be
they need their attention to be brought to things. So like Mary said, have a conversation with him. A proper conversation. Usually girls say, oh, I spoke to him, but usually I was speaking is nagging. That's the honest truth. I was speaking is nagging. You go like, and I make cry, I am moody, and she thinks she's communicated. Know the best time to have a good conversation with him. It could be over dinner, it could be at one of your dates, even after like a good like activity, a fun activity you guys have had. Talk to him about this. Let him understand. If at that moment he's proving stubborn, you should know that he's not the deal. Honestly, he's not. Because back again to what Olivia said, men usually leave all the burden to the woman. Yes, take care of yourself. Even I'll be intimate with this answer, like with this feedback. During sex, men sometimes even get up and leave the lady. When they are taking off the panty, they know how to take it off. But getting it back there, yes, that is where it starts from. Then whatever happens after wearing the panty, that is like, so my issue is, one, the guy is not responsible, I think. Two, I'm going to set up a trap for you. I'll pretend I'm pregnant, see your reaction, and use that to draw your attention to the effects of the things you are doing irresponsibly. And three, find a good time and have a conversation with him. Make sure the conversation I'm having sits down well with him. And if afterwards he's still acting the way he is, it's time for me to walk out. That is the time to walk out, because then you know he's up to no good.
Well, let us know your thoughts about that. How do you feel about this particular scenario? What would you do if you were placed in it? Let us know your thoughts. Use the hashtag #sister and get interactive. Send your messages via the WhatsApp number and let us know your thoughts. Of course, a very big thank you to our incredible venue. We're coming to you live from Life Mate Furniture, located in North Industrial Area. Very big thank you to them. If you're thinking of great furniture, pass through and get some here at Life Mate. And a very big thank you to our incredible sponsors, the Ghana AIDS Commission Red Ribbon Campaign, and as well Kel Kids Toothpaste.